So if you observe the calendars questions, broadly you will be seeing two types of questions in calendars. What are the two types of questions is, first type, finding the day after n days or before n days, or finding the day on any specific date which they are going to give. That means, for example, 2023 March 23rd, what is the day, something like that. They will give a day for us and date for us. We have to find out the day of that particular date. So these are the only two types of questions you will be seeing in the calendar questions. So to solve the calendar questions, only one concept is required, that is odd days. So odd days is nothing but the number of days which are more than the complete number of weeks. That means, for example, if we have 15 days, so 15 days means, what is the number of odd days? Number of completed weeks we have to observe. We know that 1 week will have 7 days. So 7 days plus 7 days plus 1 day extra. So this extra 1 day will be treated as odd day. And to do this in mathematical way, we'll be just dividing the given number of days with 7 and we'll observe the remainder. That remainder indicates the odd days. So for example, we have 16 days. What is the number of odd days if it is a question? You do 16 by 7, remainder is 2. So 2 indicates the odd days. 25 days are there. 25 by 7, remainder is going to be 4 because 7 3s are 21. That means 3 completed weeks. On top of 3 completed weeks, there are 4 days extra. That's why the definition is the number of days which are more than the completed number of weeks. So the extra days after completed weeks will be treated as odd days. So if it is 50 days, 7 7s are 49. So odd days will be 1. So this is the odd days calculation. And odd days calculation for months also very important to remember. So if you have any months like January to December, we have 12 months. So these 12 months will have either 28 days or 29 days or 30 days or 31 days. We know that. So 28 days means odd days are 0, 29 days means odd days are 1, 30 days means odd days are 2, 31 days means odd days are 3. How we are getting this? Remainder after dividing with 7. So 28 by 7, no remainder, 29 by 7, remainder 1 and all. And what are the months having 28 and 29? Only February is the month which is having 28 and 29. So if it is 28 days, you will be taking 0. If it is 29 days, you will be taking number of odd days as 1. When you will be having 28 days, when you will be having 29 days is, if it is a non-leap year, you will be having 28 days. If it is a leap year, you will have 29 days. So leap year, how can we identify the leap year? So to identify the leap year, you just take any year. For example, this is 2024. So look at the last 2 digits of the year. If the last 2 digits of the number is completely divisible by 4, then we treat this as a leap year. If it is a leap year, number of days in February will be 29. And remaining 30 and 31 days will be there for the remaining months. Remaining months means, so January and all. So to remember this, I am trying to give you very simple trick. Just follow this trick. So let's assume that you are somewhere in Andhra. You want to move from Andhra to Jammu. So to move from Andhra to Jammu, in which direction we have to travel? We have to travel from south to north. To move from Andhra to Jammu, we have to move from south to north. So I am using this keyword as A, J, S, N. This will indicate the number of months which are having 30 days. What are these months is A, J, S, N. A indicates April, J indicates June, S indicates September and N indicates November. These are the months having only 30 days. 30 days means 2 odd days. Remaining all are having 31 days. That means odd days are 3 except February. So overallly, to conclude this trick, I am trying to remember this particular statement. AJSN, AJSN, April, June, September, November will have the number of odd days as 2. Remaining all will be 3 except February. Remember this statement. This is a code we will be using in solving the questions of the second type. So AJSN, April, June, September, November. And while you are traveling, you will definitely reach the midpoint. Similarly, out of 12 months, the mid month is going to be 6. 12 by 2 value is 6. So that is the reason in AJSN, J indicates June. 6th month is June. So remember like that, because July, January, you may get confused. So that's why in AJSN, you can remember like this. April, June, September, November are the months which are having 2 odd days. Remaining all are 3 except February. And moving forward to years. As I told you, we'll be having 2 years. One is non-leap year and the other one is leap year. What is non-leap year? Non-leap year means you will be having 365 days. Leap year means you will be having 366 days. If it is 365 days, what is the number of odd days? 365 divided by 7. 7 5s are 35. We left with 15. 7 2s are 14. Remainder is 1. That means the number of odd days in a non-leap year will be 1. And number of odd days in a leap year will be 2. So remember this. Non-leap year will be 1. Leap year will be 2. So this is odd days calculation for the years. And then odd days calculation for centuries also there. So remember, every leap century which is multiplier of 400, that means 400 or 800 or 1200 or 1600 or 2000, all these are leap centuries. For every leap century, number of odd days are 0. First century, number of odd days are 5. Second century is 3. Third century is 1. And we have a proof for this, but as of now, you just remember these numbers. Proof we'll discuss later. And if you observe the first type question, type 1 question, I am naming this type 1 question as with reference question. How the type 1 question is given, you can just observe with this simple question. How many odd days are there in 352 days? So odd days means, as I told you in the previous, you just simply divide with 7 and observe the remainder. So number of odd days are going to be 2, mark the answer as B. Not a challenging question, but the question which you are going to expect in the type 1 will be like this. That means we have to find out the day after n days or before n days. That means talking about future or past. If you observe the question here, if today is Monday, what will be the day after 123 days is a question. What will be the day after 123 days? First of all, what you need to do is just highlight the given reference value. They mentioned that today is Monday. Let's highlight this Monday. And they are asking what is the day after 123 days. First of all, try to figure out what is the number of odd days in 123 days. How to figure out? I already told you, just divide with 7, observe the remainder. So 7 1s are 7, we left with 53, 7 7s are 49, I left with a remainder of 4. That means number of odd days here is 4. Because we are getting 4 odd days, they are talking about after. That means they are talking about future. Anything which is related to future, go in a forward direction. So you have to go forward by 4 days. Already we highlighted Monday, just move forward by 4 days so that you will be able to get the day after 123 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So mark the answer as Friday. Mark the answer as Friday. So today is Monday. Then what is the day after 123 days is a question. You can simply mark the answer as Friday. Let's take one more question. Today is Sunday. What is the week? What is the day before 124 days? So here the question is related to before. So just draw the day scale like this: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And on whatever is a highlighted one, just take that. So today is Sunday. Just take that reference. They are asking after 124 days. That means 124 divided by 7 leaves a remainder of 5. Sorry, before 123 days. 124 divided by 7 leaves a remainder of 5. That means because it's before, talking about past, go backward direction by 5 days, not forward direction. So that's why you have to be careful whether it is after or before. Based on that, you have to solve the question. So go back by 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark the answer as Tuesday. Hope you are able to follow. If you look at this question, so if you born on 14th April 1992, 14th April 1992, then, and that is going to be Sunday, that is Sunday, then which day of the week, your birthday in 1993. So that means you can observe how many days are over 1993 of the same date, right? That means we can say 1 year is completed. 1 year means 365 days are over. And even though this is a leap year, April indicates already February is over. So April to April only 365 days is completed. 365 divided by 7 leaves a remainder of 1. So because it's a remainder is 1. So odd days are 1. Your day will be shifted by 1 day forward. Mark the answer as Monday. So that is a first type question. Similarly, you are going to see the second type question. We are calling this type as without reference. Why we are calling it as a without reference is, we will be having any specific date. We have to find out the day of that specific date. That means, for example, we have a question like this. They are asking you to find out what is the date on 2008 3rd November. 2008 3rd November. So to find out the day of it, what I am doing is I am trying to put it in a day scale like this. 3rd November 2008. First of all, go with the completed centuries, then go with the completed years, then go with the completed months, then go with the completed days. So this is what is our day scale. So 2008 means 2000 is a century completed, and 2008 is a present year. How many years are completely over is 7 years are completely over. And we are at November. November means January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October are completely over. Now you are in the month of November, that too at 3rd. So this is what is a day scale. And how to find out the odd days for the days and months and years, I already discussed. For century, I already discussed. Take up the odd days and add up those numbers. Find out the overall cumulative odd days. Because when you are trying to find out, odd days is nothing but number of days. When you divide with 7, finding the remainder. That means after you figure out the value, remainder will be always less than 7, right? So you will get the odd days either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. If you get 0, that means answer is Sunday. If you get 1, that means answer is Monday. If you get 2, that is Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like this, you can connect with the day and you can mark the answer. Hope you are able to understand. And why I am writing it as without reference model is previously we have one reference day. Today is Sunday, today is Monday, like that they are mentioned. And here there is no reference. That's why we are calling this model question as without reference. Let's take this question and solve. Clearly, you will get an understanding. So 3rd November 2008 is what day is the question. What I am doing is I am taking completed centuries. What is a century completed? 2000 is a century completely over. And then take the completed years. 2008 means we are able to complete 7 years. And take the completed months. How many months are completely over? If you observe, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October are completely over. Now you are in the month of November, that too 3rd. So this is a day scale which you have to take. And once you take this day scale, finding the odd days will be easy. So this is 3. 3 means how many odd days? 3 days. Directly I am writing. And it comes to months. I have given one trick. If you remember, AJSN is a trick. AJSN will have the number of odd days as 2. First, check out A, J, S. These are the months having 2 odd days. So I am just taking 3 into 2, which is equal to 6. AJSN will have 2 odd days. Remaining all will be 3, except February. So remaining all means this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 months are having 3 odd days, which is equal to 18. And what about February? You will be deciding that by looking at the year. This is 2008. That means it's a leap year because last 2 days are divisible by 4. That means February will have only 1 odd day. Adding up these numbers is giving a result as 25. 25 means how many odd days? 25 divided by 7 leaves a remainder of 4. That means the number of odd days here is 4. And then come to the years. We have 7 years completed. First of all, you have to identify out of these 7 years, how many are leap years, how many are non-leap years. So out of 7 years, we are able to see that 1 leap year, that is 2004, remaining 6 are non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, leap year will have 2 odd days. So 2 plus 6, which is equal to 8. 8 means number of odd days are 1. Number of odd days are 1. And 2000 is a leap century. Every leap century will have the number of odd days as going to be 0. Leap century means an year century which is multiplier of 400. So I got finally odd days as 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3, which is equal to 8. 8 by 7, what is the final remainder? Final remainder is 1. If you are getting remainder as 1, that means that answer is Monday. Answer is Monday. You can check. Okay. Mark the answer option C. Like that we have to solve the questions of the second type. Let's take one more question just to get a clear clarity. I am giving a simple question. You can pause the video and solve. If you are able to get, that's fine. Otherwise, just look at the solution. 2005, the question is 2005, April 30. 2005, April 30. So to solve this, first look at what is the completed century and year and months and days. So April 30, 2005. What is a century completed? We can say 2000 is a century completed. 2005 means 4 years are completely over. And we are at April. That means January, February, March are completely over. In the month of April, you are at 30th day. This is a day scale which we have to take. And then find the odd days now. 30 days means how many odd days you will be seeing? 30 by 7, remainder is 2. And January will have 3 odd days. February, because this is 2005 non-leap year, February will have 0 odd days, and March will have 3 odd days. So overall number of odd days in the months is 6. And 4 years are completely over. In these 4 years, to identify leap years and non-leap years, just divide the years with 4 and observe the coefficient. That coefficient indicates the leap years. So 1 is a leap year, remaining 3 are non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, leap year will have 2 odd days. 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. And 2000 is a leap century, number of odd days are 0. So if you add up these numbers, 5 plus 6 plus 2, which is equal to 13. 13 divided by 7, leftover remainder is going to be 6. If you are getting 6, that means answer is Saturday. Answer is Saturday. Remember, Sunday is 0, Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 3, Thursday is 4, Friday is 5, and Saturday is 6. So answer is Saturday. Mark it as answer choice. Let's take one more question just for the practice. 2004, June 20 is what day? 2004 means first take the completed centuries, years, months and days. What is a century completed? 2000 is a century completed. And how many years are over? Because this is 2024, 23 years are completely over. And now in the 24th year, January, February, March, April, May, May are completely over. In the month of June, you are at 28th. This is a day scale which you have to take. Very simple. Everyone can comfortably write this. And after this, finding the odd days. So 20 days means how many odd days you will be seeing? 7 2s are 14. Leftover remainder is 6. And January will have 3 odd days. March will have 3 odd days. May will have 3 odd days. And April will have 2 odd days. And 2024 is a leap year. That means number of odd days in February will be 1. So if you add up these numbers, it is giving a result as 12. 12 means number of odd days are 5. And in this 23 days, some of the years are leap years, some of them are non-leap years. How to identify the leap years? Take the number of years, divide with 4, observe the coefficient, not remainder. So 4 5s are 20. That means 5 is the coefficient, 5 is the leap years, 5 leap years are there, remaining all. How to find out remaining? 23 minus 5, which is 18, or non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, 18 into 1 is 18. Leap year will have 2 odd days, 5 into 2, 10. That means 10 plus 18, 28. 28 means number of odd days are 0. And 2000 number of odd days are 0. Finally, 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 when you divide with 7, I got a final remainder as 4. Because we got a remainder as 4, answer must be Thursday. We got a remainder as 4, answer must be Thursday. So like this, we have to solve this type of questions. And sometimes you are going to get, instead of 2000, they will give any other particular year with a different century. So that time how to deal with this is, just look at 2000 is okay, 1900 or 1909, January 4th is what day, something like this. If you have a question, what you need to do is look at the century. Here it is 14th century. So how to deal with that centuries is, every leap century will have the number of odd days as 0. First century will have the number of odd days as 5. Second century will have the number of odd days as 3. Every third century will have the number of odd days as 1. How to identify whether it is belongs to leap century or first century or the second century is, just look at, if you have 1444. So before 14, what is the 4 multiplier you have to observe? Before 14, 12 is a 4 multiplier. That means 1200 is a 400 multiplier. That will be treated as a leap century. And 1300 will be first century, number of odd days are going to be 5. Because it is a 1400, it's a second century, number of odd days will be 3. So here you will be taking 3 as a number of odd days. So when you are solving, you can solve like this. 1400 is a century completed. How many years are over? Because it is 44, 43 years are over. January, February, March are completely over. You are in the month of April at 18. And while you are calculating the odd days, you can simply calculate the odd days like this. 18 means 4. And January will be 3, February will be 1 because this is 44, and March will be 3. Number of odd days are 0 here. And 43 means how many leap years? 43 by 4, coefficient is 10. 10 leap years are there, remaining 33 are non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, leap year will have 2 odd days, 20 plus 33, which is going to be 53. 7 sevens are 49, we left with a remainder of 4. That means odd days are 4 here. And what about 1400? Just now I told you, before 14, what is a 4 multiplier? 12. This is a leap century. 13 first century, 14 second century. Second century means number of odd days are 3. So 3 plus 4 is 0 plus 4. So 4 means your answer must be Thursday. Your answer must be Thursday. They didn't give the correct answer. Answer is Thursday. Hope you are able to understand this. So let's look at the conceptual questions and theory questions which are given in the calendars. So theory questions are like this. This also we already had a discussion in the last question. Which of the following is not a leap year? Not a leap year. So remember, leap year, every century will be considered as a non-leap year, and every leap century will be considered as a leap year. So this is a point which we have to use. So here 1800, 1600, 2000, these are all leap centuries. So these are leap years actually. And 700 is a normal century. Every normal century will be treated as a non-leap year. That's why answer is 700. And this is a leap year concept. Just now I have discussed. So leap year, leap century is nothing but a number which is completely divisible by 400, or all 400 multipliers will be treated as a leap centuries. And the cycle will follows like this. Every leap century number of odd is 0. First century will be 5. Second century will be 3. Third century will be 1. So I am just taking like this. First leap century will be 0. First century will be 5. Second century will be 3. Third century will be 1. So use this cycle. This cycle will be keep repeating every time. So use this cycle while you are solving the questions. And because of this, you are getting this theory question. What is the last day of the century? So how to solve this type of questions is, so leap century ending with 0 odd days. That means last day will be Sunday. First century will be ending with 5. That means last day of the first century will be Friday. Second century is having 3 odd days. That means the last day will become Wednesday. And third century is ending with 1. That means third century will end with Monday. So century will always end with Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remember, very, very important repeating theory question for Tech Mahindra, Accenture, Deloitte. They are repeatedly giving this type of question. So mark the answer choice as option A. And sometimes last day of the century cannot be. So last day of the century can end with either 0 or 5 or 3, 1. That means Sunday or Friday. This is Sunday or Friday or Wednesday or Monday. So it cannot be is the question. Last day of the century cannot be Tuesday. Mark the answer as this. So it cannot be Tuesday, and it cannot be Saturday also. The option is not there. You can also mention this. So it can be Sunday, Monday. It cannot be Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. So remember these points to solve the questions. Hope you understand. This is a complete concept of calendars. Thank you so much.